To simplify expressions like these, there are a set of rules that we can follow to help us figure out which order we should complete the operations in. To simplify an expression, you will start by simplifying anything inside of any brackets. Next, you will simplify any exponents or square roots, then multiplication and division, making sure you're working from left to right, and finally addition and subtraction, also making sure you're working from left to right. To help you remember the order of operations, you can use the acronym BEDMAS. For part A, we have addition and multiplication. So by BEDMAS, we want to start with the multiplication. So 2 plus 6 times 3 is 18. And then finally, addition 2 plus 18 is 20. For part B, we have 2 plus 6 inside the brackets and then times by 3. Because we have something that needs to be simplified inside the brackets, we need to do that first. So we'll be adding 2 plus 6 first. So 2 plus 6 is 8, multiplied by 3. So 8 times 3 finally is 24. For the part C, we have multiplication, then addition, and then multiplication again. So we want to start with the multiplication, and we're going to be moving from left to right. So we'll start with 4 times 7. So 4 times 7 is 28, plus our 3 times 5. So next we'll complete the other multiplication, 3 times 5. So 28 plus 15. And then finally, when we add those together, 28 plus 15 would come to 43. In part D, we have something that needs to be simplified inside the brackets. So we're going to start with that 3 plus 6. So we end up with 4 plus 6, which is multiplied by that 3 plus 6, which is 9. Then we have addition and multiplication left. So by BEDMAS, we go with multiplication next. 4 plus 6 times 9 is 54. And then finally the addition, 4 plus 54 is 58. For E, we need to simplify in 2 completely sets of brackets. We can simplify these in the same step because they are in 2 completely separate sets of brackets. So 9 plus 12 is 21, divided by 3 plus 4 is 7. And lastly, we have division, 21 divided by 7 is 3. For E, we have division, addition, and multiplication. For division and multiplication, we want to make sure we're completing the one farthest to the left first. So you'll see that division is farther to the left than the multiplication, so we're going to start with that one. 33 divided by 3 is 11. Then we have plus 8 times by 2. Between addition and multiplication, we complete multiplication next. So 11 plus 16. And lastly, we do addition. So 11 plus 16 is 27. In question G, we have a square root. Square roots in BEDMAS are done at the same time as exponents, so we're going to start with this. We can calculate the square root of 121 in our calculator by going second. The square root is this one right here, 121, and enter. So 55 divided by, we figured out the square root of 121 was 11, so we'll replace that, times 5. So here we have division and multiplication left. What we want to do is we want to start with the one furthest to the left. So you'll see that division is farther to the left than multiplication. So we're going to go ahead with 55 divided by 11. Comes out to 5. Multiplied by 5 is 25. In H, we have 2 plus 8 multiplied by 4 inside the brackets that needs to be simplified. So when we're simplifying inside the brackets, we need to follow BEDMAS as well. So we're going to start with 8 times 4. Write everything else out. 5 times 2 plus 8 times 4 is 32, minus 7 to the power of 2. Simplify 2 plus 32 inside the brackets. So we have 5 multiplied by 2 plus 32 is 34, and we still have our subtract 7 squared. So here we have multiplication, subtraction, and then an exponent. So by BEDMAS, the exponent is going to come next. We want to simplify 7 to the power of 2. 5 multiplied by 34, and that 7 to the power of 2 comes out to 49. So just multiplication and subtraction left, so we should do multiplication next. So 5 times 34 is 170. And then lastly, 170 take away the 49 would give you 121. We'll start by simplifying inside the brackets, 7 plus 3. Instead of using brackets to indicate multiplication like the previous examples, I'll use a times sign. So 4 times 7 plus 3 is 10. For the second step, we'll complete the square root. 4 times 10 divided by the square root of 4 is 2 because 2 times 2 is 4. Now you'll notice you have multiplication and division in multiple places. So you'll want to make sure that you're working from left to right. So you'll start with this multiplication, then this division, and then this multiplication. So starting with 4 times 10 is 40. Then 40 divided by 2 is 20, minus 5 times 6. Then 5 times 6 will complete. So we get 20, take away 5 times 6 is 30. And last thing we have left is subtraction. 20, take away 30 is negative 10. When we have two sets of brackets, the square brackets and the round brackets, we want to work with the innermost brackets first. So we're going to start with 3 minus 2. So 5, 2 plus 4, and then we multiply it by 3 minus 2 is 1. And then we close it with the other square bracket. Now we're going to simplify in the other set of brackets. We have addition and multiplication. So by BEDMAS, we would start with the multiplication. 5 bracket 2 plus 4 times 1 would give you 4 end bracket. Now simplify the rest of the stuff inside the bracket. 2 plus 4 is 6, so 5 multiplied by 6. You could write it like this to remind yourself that 5 square bracket 6 is the same as 5 times 6. And that is 30.